World War III has never been closer than it is right now.
No one can escape what is getting ready to come upon us. Change is a warning of what's coming.
What's coming there?
Technology. Technology is going to replace human beings. See, what we see today is just the taking off of it. It's still coming.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Those are the only and original names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Yahweh means He is, He exists. Yahweh Shah means He delivers and He saves. Rakah Kadash is the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles out of Great Millstone, who taught us the 100% truth of the Holy Bible through the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. These men were regenerated back in the latter times and gathered in the hope for elect out of the nation of Israel. It only consists of the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans. Shalom, my dear, to the brothers that teach, preach, and prophesy through the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. Shalom, my dear, to the brothers and sisters that's part of this 100% ministry that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. May the Lord continue to add peace upon you. This is Allah coming back at you again, hopefully with another edifying lesson through the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. Okay? We're watching the prophecies being fulfilled, and we see the things that's going on. Okay? And are we prepared for what's coming? Can we hide from what's coming? You see? Can we actually hide, seclude ourselves from what's coming upon this earth, that's coming upon this land as well? Okay? Can we hide from that? Let's go to the book of Revelations. Let's start at chapter 12. And let's read verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You see that? Let's do this again. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Okay? Those that are in the spirit world. All right? Rejoice. Those that the Lord has taken up, okay? That's sitting up there all together, because Christianity will tell you that when you die, judgment gonna come, and then you get placed in hell. That already is an existing place of hell with nothing but fire. But that's a lie. You in hell right now, here on earth. Okay? And earth is a place of judgment. So when the Lord judges you, when the Lord takes you away from this earth, whether if you left on a righteous term or not, it was still judgment. Okay? It's just a separation where some left in the Spirit of the Lord, and some left in the spirit of Satan. The way they've been acting and being upon this earth. So they didn't leave in the truth. Just say it like that. Okay? So you got those that are in heaven, up above, right? That you got what? You got the murderers. You even got the goody two-shoe ones. You even got the ones, the men and the women of the Lord that knew this 100% doctrine. All up there. Together. They had peace. So he's saying, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, but rejoice, ye heavens. Because why? They're not going to experience in the flesh what's going to happen upon this earth. Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Okay? All those that dwell in them. He's speaking of all the hosts of heaven. Rejoice. Not only because of what's about to be said next. Yeah, that part, because of the fact that a prophecy is being fulfilled. That it's that time period that he placed inside his script, that Esau now has to come upon the earth. Well, Satan, through Esau has to come down on earth and do his thing. The spiritual Satan has to get inside these wicked Edomites. Right? That the Lord already set up. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the sea, for the devil is come down unto you. Salakia. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Okay? So woe unto all of you, right, that dwell upon this earth, in this particular rulership, where he's calling and labeling Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil upon this earth, that's being used by the spiritual Satan. Okay? That follow along with his program here on earth. He's telling you, woe unto you. Okay? That he's coming down with great wrath. Now Satan know that, listen, that's a wrap, bro. Yahushua is about to take dominion over this earth and his people and everybody that's going to be dwelling on earth and in the kingdom of heaven. That's going to be here on earth. You see? Your rulership is about to be finished, Satan. Okay, the Lord gave you an ample enough time to do what you need to do. You did what you did. You got your lust fulfilled. Okay, you live happy. You've done all these things. Okay? In the midst of all that, you was in the midst of a lot of wars because nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Yet, you still stayed above everybody. Using control of the money, using control of the military, using control of who, what, and what people worship. Who and what people worship. Using a form of control of that. Use control of the media. Okay? The media where it lets you throw out your witchcraft. Throw out your voodoo. Okay? It lets you do that. Where it can indoctrinate the young ones, the feeble-minded ones. Okay? Now you got an audience. Now you got a group of people that's buying into your lies, buying into what you got going on. All these decades, all these centuries. Well, your time is up. And this is what the Lord is describing right here in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. That he's coming down now that he's been exposed, that he is the son of perdition. Okay? That he is the wicked upon the earth. That he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He is the old serpent from the garden. That spirit. Okay? He's letting you know, right? That your time is short. Your eviction notice on you being the prince of power upon this earth is about to be finished. And we're not going to renew your lease. You see? That's the transition of power that's being taken place right now that this devil is trying to avoid. So he's angry, he's mad. So he got to come down on earth with great wrath. Well, what are you really speaking about with great wrath? Well, first it's going to come upon the children of Israel. Because that's what's stopping this thing anyway. That's where it started to begin anyway, because he believed that this is his birthright. He got the right to do what he wanted to do. See? So he's mad about that. He's mad that he's already knowing through the elite of the elite that his time is short. That Jacob is about to rule next. Yahushua is about to crack the sky. Same one you hung on the cross. Actually crucified. Okay? He knows that this man is about to crack that sky. So when you speak of the great wrath, he's going to come upon the children of Israel first. He's doing that right now. And guess what? The Lord is fair. He's allowing Esau to do his tactic in a formal way that he's going to get all of the gangbangers, the murderers, the ones, the northern kingdom, and even because he's coming after the southern kingdom in a second, as if he's not already doing it. Because remember, all the technology that he has placed up, he has watched the first 48, watched everything. Anything dealing with the criminal law, this man has noticed what he's doing. That's why he was able, once he got president, right? remember, the Democrats helped with this as well now. Because Kamala Harris was what? A district attorney. Okay, so she helped with this thing as well. So don't think it's just a Republican Party. There's two horns. One's going to play the snake, one's going to play the lamb. Okay? So he's already had this technology set up. That's why this devil was able, when he got in office, to come directly and find these Northern Kingdom brothers, whether they was wicked or not. Majority was wicked. Swiftly the way he did it, because he had already set up a task force years before then. This is an agenda that was already set up. And when our people start to understand that, they'll probably fall in line, and the elect to come on in, the Lord can close that door of mercy and seal up the elect, and have him come on back down here and redeem us from out of this garbage. This is what's going on. This is what our people got to study. And they putting it where, you're not understanding that they're bringing in the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. They're bringing in World War III to isolate, to shut down, where they could bring in this new fourth industrial system where it's all digital. They're not understanding that. So you ask yourself, can you hide from this? No, you can't. You can't hide from what the Lord had already set up in his book. Edom just think that he's in control of it, where he's doing what he's thinking he's doing, that this is his thing. That's why the Lord told us that be not ignorant to Satan's devices in these latter times of what he got set up. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. See that? We're not lying. We're not lying. You see that? The Lord is telling you that, and it's written that he has a short time before we come back. That Esau has to do a particular thing. And we speaking of now, all the things he's doing now, and Revelation 13, which is the mark of the beast. Because that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate stumbling block. Because when that thing is being presented, when it becomes mandatory, it's going to play in a lot of Israelite minds that are the brothers that we've been hearing, and they speaking of this all the time. Was they correct? The Lord's going to let that play back in their mind. And when he let that play back in their mind, that's when they're going to either decide. You don't got free will and free choice now. The Spirit is going to be already upon you, whether you're going to take it or not. See? And if you take it, you go ahead and follow it and take it, then there's consequences to that. Right? It's written in the book. This is a blueprint for us. To let us know, to let the people know what's really going on out here. It's written in these scriptures. And the Lord has placed these men back out here. And those men have planted seeds. And they have grown. Where, in a sense of, it's getting out to the people. And that's what the Lord set the internet for us anyway, the unicorn. I had a dream way back in 2007. And I think I spoke of this in one of my way earlier videos. Way early, because I ain't done nothing but 200 or something. Versus all these other brothers that are out here that have been in the faith, in the field doing what they're supposed to do. But remember, the Lord has everybody set up upon his time. So I done a video way back. And I spoke on that matter, but I didn't tell a dream. But that dream is actually has came to true essence in 2023. How the unicorn was set up, that the apostles spoke about and broke down. So when we speak about these prophecies, and then knowing that we in the latter times, that was 2006, 2007. And this is 2020, and this 2025, but it happened, it came about in 2023. The Lord will show you something. The Lord will reveal something to you. And we're speaking of that elect. He even deal with some of the 2/3 and let them show stuff. Only for their demise, though. It wouldn't be for their glory. Because he said he's put his spirit of flesh upon all, his spirit upon all flesh. Where they're going to see these destruction of America, these things that's going to happen. You know? And I hope that when if the Lord had put that on them, that they pray and repent. If you're an Israelite. But look how long it took before it actually happened as far as the prophecy. I'm not speaking on the matter. Well, I am. Let's go ahead and get that. You know? I'm out there working, and I was in a client's yard, and doing in that client yard, you know, home health aid, you know, back then. As I'm still a day, but, you know, dealing with dialysis, you know, whatever. Okay, deliveries and stuff like that. But okay. You know, I would cut their grass too. I would do all the chores of the household for them during the week. Okay? And I was in my late 20s then. But I always kept the word, the Bible, the scriptures. Because remember, my old boy was a pastor, a preacher in the Christianity church. So I always believed in the Lord. I always had that. But I knew something wasn't right with Christianity. So whatever, okay. So as I'm cutting the grass, I go into a trance of another vision. And I'm seeing myself on a mountain again. And I'm speaking to a multitude of people. And being, when I look to my left and look to my right, so is a other bunch of brothers. Men of the Lord. That ain't garments. The long garments that are took down, you know? And it was like each brother was saying, as you were here when you speaking, you up next, you up next, you up next, you up next, you up next. But then you will hear all them brothers speaking all at one time. But it's not distracting you from what you got to deliver to the Lord ain't giving you that crowd. See, you see what I'm saying? It's like everybody's speaking at one time, but everybody has a different crowd. So as I'm mowing the lawn, you know, I'm watching it and I'm saying these things. And I'm not going to speak on what I was speaking because I don't forget anything. And my mother always said that about me and my old boy, that don't think that he's going to forget stuff, okay? He's going to remember everything. And I couldn't understand that. And then all of a sudden, because remember, I'm going all through the scriptures. All of a sudden, not wake up, whatever. However, you know, the whole yard is finished. The front yard. It's finished. And immediately, you know, I go in the house. I'm not going to lie to you. You know? Because in my patient's house, you know what I'm saying? Because how cool he was and how cool he still is and how that thing goes. You know, I drunk Budweiser at that particular time back then. And I went in there and I grabbed me a Budweiser and I sat down on the couch and I just started crying. Because a lot of dreams that come, I don't be understanding. You know? But the Lord is telling you that he's coming down with great wrath. And we can't avoid what's going to happen. This unicorn, this internet was set up. That's the point. For us to deliver this message out to the multitude, the crowd. Okay? It's not just going to be the 144,000 of those men or those that part of the 144,000 that's got some that's probably done passed away. That's still going to be redeemed back up into that. You understand? That's going to be in those chariots as well, but you have the congregation as well. You have the multitude. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. Esau has a short time to live. He has a short time to live in his rulership. Because after this rulership, he's going to be in the kingdom too, okay? You know, just like all the other nationalities. Okay? So, when he's in the kingdom, what? He's going to be slave. So he has a short time before his rulership ends. Now he has to do what he needs to do. This is why he's setting up all these things to try to fight the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, so that he can't transition the kingdom of heaven here on earth. That's the prince of power. That's Satan. Satan want to continue with his dominion here on earth. Are we prepared to watch this devil is about to bring upon the earth amongst the people that's here on earth? The Lord said, woe to us. Destruction. And when he said woe to us, he's speaking of the whole for elect. Let's go to Revelation 13. Let's just read verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And we already know what the image of the beast is. You know what I'm saying? We already know what the mark of the beast is. Okay? That whole beast system, following Esau's mindset, right? Following his doctrine, his witchcraft. Because if you follow Christianity, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10, because you got some Christianity folks that let you know because they chimed in with us, let others people know that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. So we're not gonna say the whole 100 of Christianity. We're gonna do a number of 70% that's gonna already believe in that because of the white man that trust this white man, like they did with the jab, with 2020 situation. Okay, so they're gonna go ahead and believe. So you got a majority of people on here on earth that the Lord is going to allow Esau Edom to manipulate and lie to deceive. That's going to take the RFID. That's it. Because it's telling us as we read down that we're not going to be able to function in society if we don't. We're not going to be able to eat. We got to eat. We're not going to be able to take the medicines that's being given to us. You understand? And when I say us, I'm speaking as a whole of people. You know? We try in our household, you know, we being honest, we try in our household to live off of the herbs of the earth. You know? And if the doctor do subscribe to a particular medication or whatever, we diligently we research that thing to make sure what's going on for real. You know, it's brothers that are a part of Great Millstone and the affiliates that are into that. We need to chime into that because it's going to be a point of time that we're not going to be able to receive medication. Those that take medication, because we're not going to take the RFID chip. You understand? So you have to find what counterparts with whatever you got going on. And you got to pray and have faith that the Lord Yahweh is going to what? Sustain us. Sustain you. To a point where you withstand everything until the chariots come. And if you do have to taste it, we speak of death. That you're knowing that you're passing away, what? In the truth. And when you pass away in the truth, you're most likely going to come back in the chapters. So you can witness this thing. You can see this thing. How it's going to take place. So lock in for that. Okay? Let's read that again. Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You see that? So the Lord is giving Satan power to give Esau Edom, to let his little thing to be placed upon the earth where it can do what it do. It can be a stumbling block to the people that the Lord needs to be a stumbling block towards. You see? So you're not going to tell us that you're going to be able to escape to a sense of what's coming upon the earth. No. But are we ready? Are we ready for what's coming upon the earth? That's really implemented in the earth right now. It's just hitting at a small stage now around it, but really it's not small, because when you turn on the TV, you already see judgment every day. And you already see how the Lord is doing, whether it's the elements of the earth, whether it's the mindset and bugged out people that's doing these things, that the Lord is killing two birds with one stone. Whether it be the wickedness of Esau placing and making the prophecies be fulfilled for what he's got going on. It doesn't matter. It has already hit on earth right now. All we got to do, if we part of the elect, if we're staying, because there's no escaping out of this, not at all. We're gonna have to be girded up, have a barricaded fence around us, and stay in the truth and keep the faith. You see? Let's go to Revelation 11. Let's go to Revelation 11. Let's start at verse 11. Let's start at verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. You see that? That's the men of the Lord. Okay? That's the men of the Lord. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended unto the heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. You see that? Because we came on a unicorn and did what we supposed to do through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We was able to plant seeds out here. That those women, those children that took heed to these things, those men, even that's in the congregation, the Lord brought us up. You see that? This is, can you escape what's coming? No, guess what? We can't escape what's coming dealing with wrath. But these other people can't escape what's coming when the Lord redeems us out of here. Because watch, it says this again. Watch this. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered unto them. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, chariot. And their enemies beheld them. So all those wicked Negroes and all, especially all the Edomites and all those other wicked nations, it says our enemies, they beheld us, they saw us. You know, we're hopefully speaking. That's us speaking right now. Okay? Watch this. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the Most High of heaven. Okay? You'll miss us. You can't escape what's coming. You can't hide from what's coming. Those missiles. And if the Lord lets you in these other countries, or you escape out of America, okay, whatever. You didn't escape for real. The Lord coming for you. We're going to be hunters then. See, we're fishers now, but we're going to become hunters. When we coming for you, we're going to bring you on to the kingdom. We're coming to the land. Because the whole earth going to be our kingdom. So is the universe. We ain't set nothing in space no more. Okay? You're going to be in chains. Every last one of you wicked Edomites and all you other nationalities. Okay? In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. 7,000 only mean a particular number, a predesignated number, a complete number. And the remnant were afraid. Yeah, we was afraid. That's the fear of the Lord. And gave glory to the Most High heaven. You doggone right, because we started, we wasn't part of that whole for elect. You can't hide from what's coming. The mark of the beast gonna come. World War II, 3 gonna come. Let's keep reading though. Let's keep reading. And the second woe, no. And the second woe is past. That's World War II. And behold, the third woe come quickly. You see that? The third woe come quickly. What that mean? That means World War III. That's the final war. There ain't gonna be no more war after that. Okay? He said Esau Edom for the end. That's why it's written that the end is Esau and Jacob is the beginning. He letting you know through the scriptures, right? Through the scriptures. That what? After all these kingdoms that he has set up from the beginning, the Egyptians on down now to Esau Edom. You had the Persians, you had the Persian Medes, you had the Greeks, you had the Babylonians, the Egyptians, okay? You had the Romans. That's the Esau Edom kingdom too, but not this one, because remember he relived. The Lord let him come back. So he's telling you in these scriptures, right? He's orchestrating, he's guiding. It's a blueprint on when the time is actually going to end. That's why you got to read and study. You got to show yourself approved. Blessed is he that readeth and understandeth this thing. Because you're going to know how to respond. You're going to know how to react. You're going to know how to move. You're going to know what's going on. You're going to know how the world turns. So he set up this kingdom to be the last kingdom that's going to rule this earth. You understand? So the question is always going to be, can you hide from what's coming? No. You just got to be prepared for it. You got to be girded up in the spirit to know that the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is using you and he's going to protect you. With that being said, I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakah Kadash. Until next time, Shalom.